Polite. He's on the ropes now. Rope a dope. Joe, polite. Nobody want to hear that shit. LOL. Laughing out loud. Kemet is on trial. All you wannabe Egyptians have to stand on your feet now and defend your faith.
Yeah, because, bottom line, we're not going to get involved with that bullshit because it's just that. What if the Most High bring destruction up in there, man? All that wickedness going on there. This is Psalms 1:1. It says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful." I'm not going to go sit there and debate with these guys. It's a waste of time. How many times did the Hebrews or the Israelites whoop up on Kemet, and how many of them are people that follow Kemet have converted from being Kemets to coming back to knowing that they're Israelites? None of them.
Yeah, and the thing about the Hebrew Israelite movement is it's 12 tribes.
Yep.
And it covers not just the issues of so-called black people. It covers the issues of so-called West Indians, so-called Haitians, so-called Dominicans, so-called Mexicans, yep, so-called North American Indians.
12 tribes.
With this Kemet shit, it's all about so-called black people. Well, what about the rest of the tribes? What about the rest of the peoples that are catching hell just like the so-called black man right here in America? Like the so-called Mexicans, the so-called North American Indians. What about the so-called North American Indians? Was this not their land? The land was unjustly taken away from them? Yep. What about justice for them? But then when you come into this truth, you find out who the so-called North American Indians are, and you find out what kind of justice they're going to get.
Yeah, nobody talks about nobody talks about the atrocities that the white men did and them paying for it. Where is it written in any of those Egyptian writings that the so-called white man is going to pay for the things that he's done
for stealing the land from the so-called North American Indians? Where in the Kemet or where in the Egyptology does it speak about justice for the so-called North American Indian? Right. Was that not a grave piece of injustice done to them when their land was taken away from them? That's why you so-called North American Indians, if you're listening to this video, you are Israelites, man. You're of the tribe of Gad, and there is justice coming to you.
That's right.
The prophecy says Gad, a troop shall overcome him. We could read it, matter of fact, Genesis 49. So that's something that Kemet, if you don't mind getting it, brother, Genesis 49. That's something that Kemet don't even deal with, man. The so-called North American Indians, who they are, why their land was taken from them, and what's going to happen to the people that took their land from them.
God, this is Psalms 49:19. It says, "Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last."
Yeah, that's Genesis 49:19.
Okay, what did I say?
Psalms.
Oh, Salaki. Genesis 49:19. I read it again.
Mm-hmm.
Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last.
Yeah, Gad is the so-called North American Indians, and that troop was the so-called white man. But you notice it says, "You shall overcome in the last," because you're gonna get justice for what the so-called white man has done to you and taken your land, putting you on reservations. The majority of you are unemployed on the res. You're stuck in that bottle. You got alcohol problems. A lot of you got different diseases that your forefathers never even knew exist till the so-called white man came here and brought those diseases with him. So you find all about that history. You find when you come back to this truth, man.
Like I said, this is see, because when you first came down, Sarnetta came down, and you came down, and we opened our arms up as brothers, man. Because we had the hopes that you would get this truth. All right. But you rejected the truth. So now you can't get it now, man. The gate's closed. You just got to deal with the punishment now. Most High just going to destroy you. You just got to deal with it, man. This is first, and then you, Sarnetta, you went to the Passover. First of all, that shows that General Yohana is not a man. He's not a judge of character. Because I saw, after that first meeting, man, I saw right through you, man. Yeah. That's why we never said, look, you want to come to the Passover. We ain't going to let no nigga come to the Passover, man. But here, General Johanna allowed you to the Passover, and you defiled the Passover, man, because you didn't keep the Passover. Because the Passover is not a one-day event, and it's not a lamb dinner. It's 7 days that you got to take out of your house. You got to go home, and you got to take all the unleavened, the leaven out of your house for 7 days. And then, there's certain things you have to do for that whole 7 day period. And I know you didn't go home and take out all 11, man. The next day you went to wherever your favorite restaurant, and you ate whatever you wanted to eat.
You ate bread next day.
Because you didn't understand that the Passover is not 1 day; it's a 7 day period, man. And the main thing is you cannot eat leaven. You cannot consume leaven. And you did that. Mm-hmm. The Apostle Gabar always says the Passover is a solemn assembly, man. It's not about the lamb was good and the wine was good, man. If the lamb was bad and the wine was bad, so what?
Yeah, so what?
It has nothing to do with whether the wine was good and the lamb was good.
Yeah.
Or bad.
Right.
Yeah, man, you done messed up, man. You done fucked up.
No, you done fucked up, right?
No, you done fucked up. I promise I wouldn't curse no more. Jumped out. I'm trying to be more PC. But it says here, 1 Chronicles 28:9. It says, and thou, Solomon, my son, know thou the power of thy power, of my power, and serve him with a perfect heart and with a willing mind. For the Lord, Yahweh, searcheth all hearts and understandeth all the imaginations of the thoughts. If thou seek him, which we gave you it, we gave you the knowledge, we opened it to you. You came down in the name of seeking not the truth, and we gave it to you, and you two guys rejected it, man. It says, if thou seek him, he will be found of thee. But if thou forsake him, which y'all did, he will cast thee off forever. So you ain't even going to be in the kingdom. He ain't going. I mentioned the kingdom in polite. Said the kingdom. What is this all about? Because you didn't have no understanding, man. You followed that snake oil salesman, Dr. York, and Dr. York. Where is he now? Yeah. Supposedly he's locked up down there in Georgia. I mean, he could be out doing something else. There was a video out where he's on a so-called bike, and somebody yelled out, Dr. York, and he kind of acted like he looked, and he caught himself and looked just like him. You know, we know how Esau gets down, man. Yeah. We know how this devil rolls.
Devices of Satan. I got a precept for you. This is to you, Sarnetta and Sarnigga and Polite. Proverbs 1:23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And that's what happened when you came down to 34th and 7th. The Lord used us to make known his words unto you. Because I have called, and the Lord was calling you there too. And ye refused. And that's what you did. You refused what we showed you. I have stretched out mine hand, and no man regarded, but you have set at naught. Naught is an old English word for zero, nothing. But you have set at naught all my counsel, which is what we gave you, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. So what's happening to you, Polite, is the beginning of your calamity. All right? It's only going to get worse. All right? It's going to spiral out of control, which you already appear to be out of control. I just read the comments. I also will laugh at your calamity. And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is laughing at your stupid ass. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. And that's what's about to come upon you. Terror, fear, dread. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, and that's to you, Saw Nigger, and you, Polite, both of you characters. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. So that says it all right there.
This is St. John 3:36. You know, I mean, because this is what we get. Because we know you know the name of the Lord, because you've even mentioned it out of your mouth. You know, it says.